To draft again. It is Wednesday night. I almost said Tuesday night. Welcome, everybody. We're doing a 1 QB, 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 1 tight end, 1 flex, full PPR draft tonight. We've got 10 spots to fill. Let's get right to it. Let's jump right into this. Here comes the link. Everybody get ready. Get those thumbs ready, those fingers ready, whatever you got to do. First come, first serve. 10 spots open. 3, 2, 1. Here it comes. All right, while we wait for that to fill, don't forget flockfantasy.com/endgame. 30% off any subscription, access to bonus content, articles, live streams, videos, our full rankings, us, Flock Fantasy, Dynastyland Football, Fantasy Stock Exchange, and we're full already. That was fast. Also, you get direct access to these mocks before everybody else. As you can see, Keith was already in. So, Young Money is back. We did miss you, but I don't think you got in. I don't know what happened. I don't think you got in. But we are full. So let's jump right into it. Again, for those who are new or just joining or didn't hear me, 1 QB, 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 1 tight end, 1 flex, full PPR. Here we go. I am on the clock. The number 1 pick. I'm going with my boy Justin Jefferson. No shock. Chase 2, no shock. Let's go. Yeah, we'll be discussing this tonight. Sanders to the Panthers, Mayfield to the Bucks. Nico asking, where is that boy Pierre? He is out of town right now. I think we're going to get together and film tomorrow, though, for an upcoming video. Also, he's focusing on baseball. Focusing on baseball, too. All right, Jefferson, Chase, Kupp, Tyreek, Diggs. Very wide receiver heavy start so far. We got, Young Money, too slow again. Royland not quick enough. No worries, Stinger. You got in tonight. All good, all good. Yeah, Mayfield to the Bucks. I'm out on Godwin and Evans. I don't care. I'm out. You guys can draft them if you want. I'm out. It's either gonna be Baker Mayfield or Kyle Trask. I'm good. I'm out. Out on those guys. All right, so we got our first running back, CMC. All right, back to Eckler. Be interesting to see what happens with Eckler. Is he still a Charger? Does he find a trade partner? Do they trade him? Will be very interesting. What wide receiver will boom and what wide receiver will bust that not everyone talks about? What wide receiver I think will boom that not everybody talks about? I think Hollywood is going undervalued. I think Hollywood could boom, and people aren't really on Hollywood. I think he'd be my pick. And then bust have to be somebody being drafted, relatively high. You can't say a guy in the 14th round bust or a guy in the 11th round bust. It's those guys are all going to bust. I will say I don't know where people are going to draft Juju, but he's going to bust on the Patriots 100%. Juju on the Patriots going to bust for sure. He barely got it done on the Chiefs. No way he's going to on the Patriots. They put up 50 on the Broncos, but wasn't it the defense? Didn't Tyler Higbee have 3 touchdowns and Cam Akers had 3 touchdowns? It wasn't the receivers. I get it. They didn't have any receivers, but still. It wasn't the receivers. Baker in the 15th round of a startup seems like it's too high. I don't know. I'm not really taking Baker. Not taking Baker. All right, so after Eckler, we had CeeDee Lamb, JT Bijan, Adams. All right, Stinger still believes. A.J. Brown, Derrick Henry. Wow, Travis Kelce early second. That's great value. Walker, Barkley. Yeah, I wasn't really on Juju anyways. I mean, he was on the Chiefs, and they only had him. There's like nobody, him and Travis Kelce, and he was like, he had some moments, but he was mostly bad. Now on the Patriots, yeah, hard pass on Juju for me. Hard pass. I don't know if I would call Baker a steal in the 15th. This might be Baker's last chance as a starting QB. If he's terrible on the Bucs, assuming he even wins a job, he may never be a starter again. So, I don't know. I definitely like DJ Moore on the Bears. Like him. Finally, for the first time in a long time, I'm on DJ Moore this year. I'm on him. Not crazy. Like, I'm not going to draft him in like the second or third round, but I think where he's going, I like where he's going. I like DJ Moore this year. All right, so now we got a wide receiver run. Devonta Smith. Nice. That's the earliest we've seen that. Garrett Wilson, who sounds like he will have Aaron Rodgers at some point. Higgins, St. Brown, Waddle, Jacobs. All right, this is interesting. I mean, I definitely am going Olave here. Do I go Olave? I think I'm going Olave, Pollard here. Zeke gone. I got to bump Pollard way up with Zeke gone. I like Elijah Moore in the 10th round more than I like Baker in the 15th round. Because I'm not worried about Allen Lazard. Allen Lazard is terrible. So I think Elijah Moore with Aaron Rodgers, worth the gamble in the 10th round. Worth the gamble. It's still a gamble, but he's worth it. Well, as you can see, I'm pretty high on Pollard now. I mean, he was good last year with Zeke, but now with Zeke gone, you got to like Pollard a lot. I mean, I'm sure they'll add some running back, but I don't think they're going to add anybody like who's going to be as good as Pollard. I'm not buying this Bijan to the Cowboys. Not buying this Bijan to the Cowboys. I mean, it's Jerry Jones and the Cowboys. You never know, but I don't know. It just seems crazy to me. Higgins and Waddle are very close for me. Very close. I could go either way on that one, to be honest. Jordan Love finishing top 10? No, definitely not. I like Jordan Love. I think in like 2 QB Superflex leagues, I think he'll be a solid QB2, but I don't see him finishing top 10. That seems a little much. Yeah, I definitely don't like Higgins over Wilson. Maybe over Waddle and Smith. Maybe. We'll see. Yeah, Nico, I'm definitely going Bijan over Kenneth Walker. Bijan will catch way more passes. I just think Bijan has way more upside. Bijan right now is like my RB4. And he might even creep into the top 3, depending on what happens, where he lands and what happens with Eckler and stuff. So definitely Bijan first for me. So let's see here. So we got a little running back run after I took Pollard, Nick Chubb, Breece Hall, Etienne. First QB off the board with Mahomes. All right. Glenn, how do I get in a draft? Well, there's a few ways. You can either show up to the stream right before it starts and I post the link and then you fight with everybody and try to get in. Or you can go to flockfantasy.com/endgame, sign up, subscribe to one of the subscriptions to get 30% off, and you will get first access to the mock drafts that we do every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday night. You will get the link before anybody else. And you won't have to fight with the crowd. You can just get in. It's like the Fast Pass. It's like you don't have to, try to be the first in line. You just know your spot's there. Zach, Bijan or Saquon? Definitely Bijan. Saquon, I like Saquon. I'm a little nervous about Saquon coming off a ton of touches. a little bit nervous for Saquon. I still have him in the top. Like, I think I would go. I think I'd probably have him right after Bijan as far as running backs go. But I just feel better. Bijan, a rookie coming in. Should the Bears try to get Bijan? Since my guy, I mean, they definitely could. That's definitely some of the talk. Bijan at 9 to the Bears. That's definitely a possibility. I mean, you say the Bijan hype has gotten out of control, but when Saquon Barkley came in as a rookie, he finished as the RB1. Zeke came in as a rookie. I think he was like the RB2 or RB3. JT as a rookie was the RB6, and he doesn't catch passes like Bijan. Like, Najee was even the RB3 as a rookie. I mean, yeah, I think the hype isn't high enough. I think people are too low on Bijan, to be honest. They're too low on him. He's better than Zeke as a prospect. He's better than JT as a prospect. Definitely better than Najee as a prospect. Saquon, we'll see. It's close. He can do everything. He can do everything. There's no weakness. No weakness. John, how many first draft picks for Bijan? Any thoughts? Are you talking about in like a dynasty league? Not sure what you mean there. I mean, if he goes to the Bills or the Chiefs, definitely, I'd probably have him over JT. Maybe even over Eckler. I mean, because this is the thing. Like, a team like the Chiefs or the Bills aren't going to draft Bijan and then put him in a committee. Like, you're not gonna spend. This is what I keep saying. You're not gonna spend a first round pick if you're an NFL team. You're not gonna spend a first round pick on a running back and then have him in a committee. And he's gonna go in the first round. He's going in the first round. So whatever team drafts him in the first round is not gonna have him in a committee. He's gonna get plenty of touches. He's not just a pass catcher in the sense that, like, you can dump the ball off to him. He's a pass catcher in the sense, like, he can run down the field and jump in the air and catch the ball like a wide receiver. And he's tremendous with the ball in his hands. He's tremendous running with the ball. Incredible vision. He's got it all. He's the total running back package. And he can block. He can pass protect, so you don't have to worry about him coming out on third down. So, yeah. Really? Missed the combo yesterday. Am I completely off broccoli even with its health benefits? Yes, just because can't stand the taste. I can't stand the taste. I know it's one of the best foods you can eat, absolutely, but I just can't stand the taste. Stinger has Bijan at RB7. That's way too low, Stinger. Way too low. Way too low. Glenn asking, up to 5 keepers, Waddle, Olave, Watson, McLaurin, Kelsey, Najee, Breece, Etienne, need to keep up to 5, 3 wide receiver, 2 running backs league. Well, I'm definitely keeping. Oh, man, this is tough. You got a lot of good young. I think you got to keep Waddle, Olave. I'm still going to keep Breece, even though I'm a little nervous about him this year. He's a guy you'll probably want to keep the year after. So I'm going to do Waddle, Olave, Breece. Man, Kelsey is so tough. Like, on the one hand, you want to keep him to have that, like, beast tight end, but also if he falls off this year, you've wasted a keeper pick. But I think I'm still going to keep him, and then I'm going to keep Watson. I think if it was me, I'm going to go Waddle, Olave, Watson, Kelsey, and Breece. But if you're really, I can't. Man, Kelsey is so tough because of his age, but at the same time, like, you don't really want to get rid of him. I'm going to go Waddle, Olave, Watson, Kelsey, Breece. Although I will say, if you're really, really bad at running back, I'm fine keeping one of Najee or Etienne over Watson if you really are desperate at running back. All right, so John, so how many first for Breece? Well, basically it's the 101, assuming you haven't done your rookie draft. I mean, like, if I have the 101 and I'm trading out, assuming it's a super flex league, I want at least like the 103 and then probably a later first or an early second, something like that, to where I know I'm getting one of those Like, I know I'm getting, one of the quarterbacks. Sorry, I'm trying to make picks and talk at the same time. It's not as easy as you think. So you're getting one of those quarterbacks as far as like Stroud or Bryce Young or maybe even Richardson if he somehow gets drafted first, but I don't think he will. Hold on, let me think about this pick. Do I want to go there? I feel like there's... I feel like in this format, the quarterback is good to have. Okay. So yeah, I would want like at least the 103 and then either a later first or maybe a future first. If they don't have a later first this year, maybe next year's first or an early second, something like that. Where could Zeke go? I don't know, wherever. I don't know. A team that just needs like a goal line back and a short yardage back. I mean, that's really all he's got at this point. Lenny was a better prospect than Breece? I don't know about that. I mean, Lenny was good. And Lenny was good as a rookie. I think he finished as like RB8 that year. He didn't catch any passes. As a rookie. I think you're too low on Breece. I mean, Bijan. I think you're too low on Bijan. Like, okay, where would Breece Hall have finished had he stayed healthy last year? Easy top 5. Like, easy top 5, if not top 3. And Bijan's better than Breece. So, hey, fade him if you want. Broccoli an S tier vegetable. I mean, I guess as far as vegetables go, but I just hate veggies. So, hate veggies. Yeah, Swift. Woo, boy. Oh man, I had hopes for Swift. Don't know how I feel about Swift now with Monty there. Not a good sign from the Lions as far as Swift. But I still think he's worth the gamble. So, I still think he's worth the gamble. Sniped you on the Herbert. I wanted to get that elite QB locked up, especially in this format. Only 2 running back, 2 wide receivers. I mean, yes, okay, he had a game where he had 11 targets, but even if you take out that game, like, he was going to finish top 5. He was absolutely going to finish top 5 at worst. And yes, Breece is a stud, but Bijan is more of a stud. Like, I don't understand. Like I don't get it. Stinger saying the fact that Andrews and Hawk are going before Kittle boondoggles me. What is that? Is that like a young kid word? What is boondoggles? Sounds like something my grandpa would have said. Boondoggles. I could see Hawkinson over Kittle because Hawkinson was in Minnesota. He was getting like incredible target share. Andrews maybe a little closer. All right, I gotta. Broccoli is a steal in like the 7th or 8th round. Broccoli is like Gabe Davis for me or Juju Smith-Schuster. There's no round I'm taking him. There's no round I'm drafting Broccoli. It's just not happening. I know the health benefits. I know how great it is for you, but I'm not taking it. I'm just not eating it. I think a lot of people feel this way that TJ Hawkinson will be the number 2 tight end this year. I think maybe Brees can be good second half, but he's definitely going to be a slow start for Brees coming off the ACL, I think. Well, eat it fresh with some ranch, amazing. I also don't like ranch, so that's out. That is out. Can't do that either. How we feel about KJ Osborne without Thielen? I think Osborne is okay as a later round pick, but you got to think Minnesota's got to do something at wide receiver. I think Osborne is fine, but I don't know if he's the guy they like. I don't know if they're ready to go in the season with just him and Jefferson, because as we saw in that playoff game, and even against Green Bay the week before, if a team decides we're just going to double, triple team Jefferson the whole game and take him out of the game, they don't have anybody else. There's nothing else they can do. They need another wide receiver for sure. So Marquise Barrett with what's up, Marquise? By the way, good to see you with this kind of hot take. You heard it here first. Jahmyr Gibbs going to finish his rookie running back 1, but then he says, depending on where he's drafted, I don't know about that. Maybe if Bijan gets hurt, there's no path for Bijan not being the rookie RB1 other than getting hurt. All right, what do we got here? I don't know what's going on in this draft right now. Oh, man, you guys are really... You guys are really going to make me take Swift, aren't you? All right, I'll gamble on him here. I'll gamble. What's up, other John? Sorry to hear you had a bad day at work, but you're here with us for a mock draft, so hopefully that helps. I mean, Pittman in the 4th round, the end of the 4th round, to me feels like good value still. Right now, look, it's just a rumor, but the reports are the Colts are going after Lamar. Even if they don't, you got to think they're getting one of the rookie QBs. It's got to be better than it was last year. Even if it's what it was last year, at the end of the 4th round, I'm okay. I'm okay gambling on it. Okay gambling. So it's just Jay saying, yeah, Brees more dynamic, or Bijan more dynamic than Brees. But yes, they're both very good elite running backs when healthy, for sure. And again, to my point, Brees Hall was going to finish at worst as a top 5 running back last year, probably top 3. Why are we valuing Bijan running back 7? Like what? And remember, Brees Hall went to the Jets, and I kept saying, I don't care, draft Brees Hall. And people were like, oh, Michael Carter going to limit his ceiling. Remember Brees Hall? And he actually did for like 2 weeks. And Brees Hall was still going to finish as a top 5, top 3 running back. Bijan won't have that problem. Because again, Bijan is going to get drafted in the 1st round, and a team isn't going to draft him in the 1st round to have him sit behind a 4th round running back like Michael Carter or whoever. Bijan, if he stays healthy, worst case, feels like top 5 running back to me. Worst case. Yeah, I heard this about Hopkins, but now that they got Juju, I don't know if they'll really be going. Are they really going to be going after Hopkins now that they signed Juju, the Patriots, that is? I don't know. I don't think they're going to go after Hopkins now that they got Juju. Gibbs is talented, but you got to worry about that size, 199 pounds. What will his role be at the next level? He did not run between the tackles much at all at college. More of an outside runner. Great in the passing game, of course. We'll see. We'll see. Definitely landing spot gonna matter a lot. I mean, I don't know, man. Juju on the pass is I'm done. Like he was just on the Chiefs. First of all, Chiefs throw the ball about twice as much as the Patriots. Patrick Mahomes might be a little bit better than Mac Jones, a little bit better. And he still he had like some games, all right? He had some nice games, but he had a lot of games where he did nothing. I don't know. And he's not very good. That's the other problem. Juju's just not very good. Jakobi Meyers is honestly better than Juju. I don't know why they took Juju over Myers. Well, the Eagles got Rashad Penny. So Miles Sanders to the Panthers. Yeah, the Eagles got Rashad Penny, so I guess he'll replace Miles Sanders for however long he can stay healthy. Stinger somehow did not get Evan Ingram. Oh, man. What happened, Stinger? What happened? Royland, top 5 rookie wide receivers PPR. I've got Jackson Smith number 1, Johnson number 2. Then it's like Addison, Flowers, Downs are kind of like you could probably like I don't feel strongly about those guys as far as like how to order them. It's gonna really come down to landing spot for those guys. So those would be my next 3, and it's just gonna really be about where do they land? Where do they land? Yeah, that was really surprising that they let Myers walk and took Juju, especially when they basically paid Juju what Myers got paid. Like they could have had Myers for the same price. I don't know if Myers, but then Myers tweeted out that thing that made it sound like he was surprised. So maybe, who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Jason loves the Zeke news. Yep, gotta love that Zeke news. Definitely, I'm bumping up. I know a lot of people when I dropped my top 24 players for 2023. People said I was too low on Pollard. I said, well, hold on. Zeke is still there, but now I'm in on Pollard, as you can see. I got him inside the top 10 at running back now. Unless they do something crazy like draft Bijan, but I doubt. Nicholas, no, sorry, buddy. I won't have time for another draft, but we will be back here tomorrow night and every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday night. So hopefully you can get in some of these with us. Join us. We'd love to have you. The only time Juju's ever been good was on your Steelers. Of course, it was also with Antonio Brown. I just don't think the problem with Juju is he is what he is. He's a big slot receiver who can only run a very limited route tree. And that year where he had like 1,400 yards, his yards after catch was incredible. And he hasn't really been able to duplicate that yards after catch since. So I just don't see much for Juju. Do you see the Ravens giving in and paying Lamar what he wants, or is his days numbered in Baltimore? Well, they only will have to give in if a team offers him something. I don't know. I saw today that they tendered Tyler Huntley, and there was reports that they were going after guys like Jacoby Brissett and stuff. It makes me wonder, like, if a team, let's say the Colts, who have the number 4 pick this year, let's say the Colts offer Lamar some crazy deal, like $200 million guaranteed. Do the Ravens just say, take him and give us your number 4 pick? I don't know. Maybe. All right, hold on. I got my picks coming up here, and I know what do we got going on here? Who's still available? All right, let's see. Is this guy still available? Nope. Where are we at here? Man. This is brutal, you guys. This is the thing when you're answering all the questions. Do I like him here? Okay, I think I'm going to go with him. But while I wait, while I take a look here, since I know he's available. Grab him real quick. There's a couple guys here. There's a couple guys here. Who do I like better? I'll ask you guys after. I'll be honest. There's a couple running backs there I was thinking about. All right, where were we at here? Yes, the Commanders did sign Brissett because the Commanders are like, okay. So I was between Brian Robinson and Jamal. So I'm curious who you guys would go between Brian Robinson and Jamal Williams. Who would you guys have picked? I was between those two. Jamal, if you haven't heard, did just sign with the Saints today. Yeah, I mean, certainly, I think Myers maybe did want to leave New England, but he did tweet out something like it's a cold world after they signed Juju. So I don't know what that means. Who knows what it means with these guys? Royal and Pierre, Big Bang Energy, Camus drafting tomorrow. I'm not sure. I think he's back in town tomorrow, but I'm not sure what time. So not sure. He should definitely be back next week, though. Downstage Dungeons, what website is this mock drafting on? Sleeper. Sleeper.app, by the way, not sleeper.com or anything. Sleeper.app. Sorry, I got it.
Come on.
Oh, cheesecake on the auto. If San Fran got Lamar, man, they would be without a doubt the Super Bowl favorites, but they're not going to get Lamar. Yeah, Myers is the one I was taking there for sure, and then it was between Brian Robinson and Jamal for me. Jason, Kenneth Gainwell and Brady break out this year. I definitely like Gainwell more before they signed Penny, but the good news is, I shouldn't say that, because I do like Penny, and Penny is talented, but Penny likely not going to play a full season. So Gainwell should still have chances. All right, so Rise Above says Brian Robinson. Flacco says Robinson, even though Williams helped me a lot. Okay, all right. I think I have Brian Robinson slightly ahead of Jamal. Especially because, Kamara, even though he probably will be suspended, he's not going to be out the whole season. McKissick was cut. I don't know if that really helps Brian Robinson. I'll probably hope Antonio Gibson more than Brian Robinson. Also, Cheesecake 35, if you're listening, I'll type in here as well. You're on auto, and you have to take yourself off in your phone. At least that's how it used to be. I don't know if they fixed it, but it used to be the only way you could take yourself auto was to go on your phone. All right. So it sounds like everybody's in agreement with me. Brian Robinson slightly over Jamal. Okay. All right. It's good to know. Speaking of Kamara, Rise Above's not scared. Not scared of that suspension. All right, Cheesecake back in. Good to see. Sorry you got stuck with Javonte. Although I know there's people that like Javonte this year, so. Yeah, that's a good point. Kamara's still there. Like I said, Kamara will be back from suspension at some point. And you're right about Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill could vulture goal line work from Jamal. I don't think we're seeing 17 touchdowns from Jamal again. Flacco asking, who do you think will get Bijan? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It depends. You just never know with these things. But like I said, I think whatever team does draft Bijan, they're going to be a team that needs a running back, or at least needs a true workhorse running back, and he's going to get all the work. He's going to get all the work. Oh, wait till you see tonight's thumbnail. I mean, I'm not even sure if I'm going to do tonight's thumbnail yet. I'm still on the fence about it. Still on the fence about tonight's thumbnail. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, he did at least say today that, hey, I want to play for the Jets, and it's just about the teams working out the trade. So at least it's like, okay, fine, we'll just wait for the trade. Like, we know he's a Jet. Unless, I mean, I don't know, unless they can't work out a deal, and then I don't know what happens at that point. Does he just retire? I don't know. Don't know. All right, got to get ready for a pick here again. What do we got? What do we got here? I do need a tight end. All right, there's still some good tight ends on there. How's everybody else looking at tight end? Tight end. He doesn't have a tight end. There's only a few teams out of tight end. I could probably wait. What are we looking at wide receiver here? I see one guy. I see a couple guys there. Okay, I see one guy I could fall back on. What a running back. All right, I think I'm going to go here. Then I'm going to go here. How should we rank Deshaun Watson? You think top 10 this season worth taking in this season? Yeah, I think Deshaun can definitely finish top 10. He's one of those guys that if I don't get like the early QBs, he's one of those guys I'll definitely target. I like Watson. I think he'll bounce back. Doesn't have all the off the field stuff should be behind him now. Full off season with the Browns, with the coaching staff. I think we see a much better Watson this year for sure. Other John, Chase Claypool undraftable this year? Not yet. Not yet. I probably wouldn't draft him in like season long deep best ball leagues. I might take shots on him like in the later rounds, but it depends. If they add another pass catcher, like if they add DeAndre Hopkins or somebody like that, then yeah, he's undraftable. Then he's undraftable. You're taking Keenan Allen or Big Mike first this year? Still higher on Keenan, but I saw you. I'm on Big Mike. I like that upside. I like those monster weeks. Plus, I like the fact that Lombardi is gone, which I think they'll open up this passing game. We'll see more of a down the field passing game, not so much just short underneath stuff. I think Keenan is fine, but I just like that huge week winning ceiling that Mike Williams brings you. But I mean, I won't argue with somebody who wants Keenan over Big Mike. What do we think Waller and the Giants? Yeah, I don't know. Like he's fine. Like here, like if somebody wanted to take Darren Waller here as their tight end one, that's fine with me. But it's the Giants. It's Daniel Jones. It's not a high volume passing attack. It's not going to be a high volume passing attack. I don't know. He's fine late. He's fine late, but I wouldn't take him as inside the top 10. Eating that's not dinner. Baked Brussels is not a dinner. That's like a side bait. You're eating baked Brussels for dinner? That's it? Just baked Brussels? What? What is this? What's happening here? Have some steak or something. At least have some chicken with it. I like that Gallup pick. I almost took him over Elijah Moore. Okay, on the side. That's good. That's good on the side. I mean, I still wouldn't eat it, but at least you're having it on the side. It's not like your main. It's not your main course. That would be terrible. I think this is the last round, right? Okay, so I got to go tight end. Tight end with the last pick. Easy, no thought. Oh, what? Keith getting fancy. Keith getting fancy. I need one of those. I really want one of those. I've heard they're amazing. Pierce Slade, I like that, especially if they do get Lamar. Where's Austin? Maybe you should be cast iron skillet in, I don't know how you pronounce this. Sous vide? How do you pronounce that? I don't know how to pronounce it right. Obviously, people aren't going to be able to say how to pronounce it. Sous vide? Whatever. Maybe you should do cast iron and that. But I've had steak cooked that way. It's amazing. It's amazing. Ha ha ha! Touche, touche. All right, okay. I set myself up for that one. Definitely set myself up on that one. Odell's starting to get some steam. All right, we have okay. See, I don't know how to pronounce his name either. Abanakaba. Love him, honestly. Really like him a lot. Really like him a lot. There it is. Okay, it's pronounced sous vide. Sous vide. Yeah, I've had steak that way, and it's amazing every time. Every time. Mostert pick. Is Joe Mixon value up depending on the situation since Piran has been traded? I don't know if the Bengals have to keep him, but I guess it makes it more likely they'll keep him. I mean, the longer it goes and he's not getting released, then I guess it means better chance that they keep him. So if they keep him, you got to feel pretty good about him. I mean, we saw last year, I think he's getting to that point of his career where he's no longer, like, he's losing a little bit of juice. But he'll still get, the volume. It's still a great offense. So I like him as probably like a high-end RB2 this year, assuming he stays in Cincy. I don't like the Miles. Jason likes the Miles Sanders news. I don't like it. Only because, first of all, Deuce Staley, who was the Eagles running back coach when Miles Sanders was like in a committee, even as a rookie, and also said, I use 3 running backs. Like, I'm going to use 3 running backs. So that's worrisome. But also, I just really worry that Carolina is going to be like a bottom 5 offense, because even if they use the number 1 pick on Stroud or Bryce Young, whoever they like, they don't have any. Who are they throwing to? Terrace Marshall? Shi Smith? Like, they don't have any wide receivers. It's just hard to see that this being like a very good offense. So, I don't know. I don't like this for Sanders. Maybe I'll be wrong. And it's not anything against Sanders. I think Sanders is talented, but yeah, I just don't know about the situation. Did somebody take David Njoku when they already had another tight end? No, they didn't. Okay. All right, well, I'll get Kmet here as my last pick. All right. There we go. All right, so Stefan doesn't like it. Tanner's saying not as good as perceived. We'll see. Keith saying Miles Sanders' injury history and having Deuce Staley. Yeah, Deuce Staley worries me for sure. And then Danielson saying Miles Sanders got carried by the Eagles O-line. They did have a great O-line. That's for sure. All right. Let's rate these teams. Starting with me. No, just kidding. We'll skip me. Okay, we'll start with Hulk Smash, who had the number 1 last night, number 2 tonight. Chase, Jacobs, Chubb, Big Mike, Andrews, Mixon, Pickens, Sutton, Dak. Nice. If you're not going to get the early QBs, I like Dak in the 9th. Juju, Tucker, Zeke. It's solid. It's another good team, especially in a 2 wide receiver, 2 running back. You know, between Mixon, Pickens, and Sutton, you should have a decent flex most weeks. Andrews could bounce back. I like that team. Very good job. All right, NMB was on the turn last night. Now at number 3, Cup, Waddle. That's a nice start. Brees, okay. I know there's people that are on Brees. Maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe he'll be like AP and he'll bounce back and have a monster year. I like Fields there. Pierce, I like that Kirk pick a lot. Rachaad White looking better and better because this offense is probably just going to be a lot of dump-offs. That is one thing. Baker Mayfield will dump it off at least. Osborne, Gibson, Shaheed, Schultz. I like the Schultz pick there. Boyd. Solid. Going to come down to Brees. How healthy is Brees? If Brees is healthy, that's a great squad. All right, S-Dubs. Tyreek, St. Brown. That's very nice. Etienne. Jackson Smith. That might be the earliest we've seen Jackson Smith go. Hawkinson. Algier, James Cook, Tony, Jamal, Peoples-Jones, Spears, and then Geno. All right. I mean, I definitely like that Jackson, man. That's the wild card here. How good will he be? Definitely some upside guys here. This is a high-risk, high-reward team for sure. All right, Cheesecake. I know you auto Javonte, but let's check out the rest. Stephon Diggs, T. Higgins, Mahomes, Terry McLaurin. There's definitely some guys I would take over McLaurin, whether it's Sam Howell or Brissett, but okay. Dalvin Cook, Miles Sanders, Goddard. That's great value on Goddard. I want to say Evans in the 8th is good value, but it's probably not going to be. I mean, it's Baker Mayfield or Kyle Trask. I'm not liking Evans this year personally. P. Ryan Hunt, what's going to happen? We haven't heard anything about Kareem Hunt. Wonder what's going to happen with him. Hodges. Yeah, this team's got some picks I like, some picks I don't, but, you know, I'm wrong sometimes, so we'll see. All right, rise above. McCaffrey, Metcalf. Wow, Metcalf that early, huh? Metcalf over guys like Higgins, St. Brown, Waddle, Olave. All right. DJ Moore, Burrow. I like that Burrow pick. Akers, Deontay, Addison, Bateman. There's some upside there. Kamara, not scared. Evans, Waller that late. Fine. Damian Harris. We'll see what happens there. I like the team. I do wonder about that Metcalf pick. I think it's a little high for Metcalf when those other guys are still on the board. But I do like the team. I think it's a solid team. All right, Keith, Eckler. Not worried about Eckler getting traded, or at least if he does, not worried about where he goes. Garrett Wilson, Stevenson, Hollywood, Ayuk. That's nice. Monty. That's really nice because Monty, I mean, that Lions O-line is really good. You got to like Montgomery in that Jamal Williams role with some pass catching. I like that. Ingram, that's good. Mooney, Mitchell, Tua, Gallup, Mostert. That's a solid squad. That's got to be one of the best teams so far. I mean, Eckler, Stevenson, Montgomery. That's 3 solid running backs. Garrett Wilson, Hollywood, Ayuk, Mooney, and Gallup late. Should be good there. I like that team. Well done. All right, other John, CeeDee Lamb, Devonta Smith. I love Devonta, but man, it feels early for him. Feels early, but I do like him. But you got the Smith-Hurts stack. That's nice. Aaron Jones, Dobbins, Burks. I don't know. I like Burks, but I feel like there's some guys here like Kirk, Pickens that I might take over Burks. Dylan, Dotson, Muth. I like that. Madison, Mechie, Dobbs. Take some chances at the end. It's a solid team. I think maybe some guys a little bit earlier than I would like, but it's a solid team overall. All right, Valaxin, JT Barkley going RB, which is okay in this format. 2 running back, 2 wide receiver. Watson, Ridley. Man, that's a lot of upside at first 4 picks. Lamar, Judy, Pacheco, Pitts. This team has a lot of potential. Gabe, MT, Wilson, and then Abednakba, who, even though I can't pronounce his name, I do really like him a lot. That's a really good team too. I like that team a lot as well. Definitely one of my favorites. Definitely one of my favorites so far. All right, Brian, Bijan, Kenneth Walker, Josh Allen, Debo in the 4th round. Wow, that's great value. Debo in the 4th. London, Gibbs, Jameson, Godwin, Zay Jones, Gainwell, Njoku, and Odell. I love like those first 6 picks. I really like. I guess I guess you got about as good as you could. I mean, I'm definitely worried about Godwin and Zay Jones. Zay Jones with Ridley. I mean, you got Ridley, you got Kirk, you got Ingram there now. Godwin, you got who knows at quarterback. But I like that start. I don't know. It's a good team. I just worry that maybe like some of those guys in your bench won't pan out. But overall, it's a solid team. All right, Stinger, Adams. Too early for Adams, but too late for Kelsey, so it evened out. I think if you swap those 2 guys, that's probably how I feel about them. But hey, it doesn't matter at the end of the day where you drafted them. In this case, Adams, Kelsey, Cooper, Najee, T-Law. Yeah, T-Law, Lockett. Nice. That's a good squad. Zay Flowers. Then you got Herbert, Penny. Maybe like, there really wasn't much there, I guess, at running back when he took Zay. Yeah, I guess he probably did about as good as you could there. You got a lot of upside picks there. Nico, Penny, Pierce, taking shots. I definitely like that team a lot. Stinger, you've been drafting great this year. Good job, buddy. I like that team. All right, and then Tanner, a.k.a. Bijan, with the fresh new cut. A.J. Brown, Derrick Henry, Hopkins, Keenan. Keenan in the 4th. I mean, I know we talked about Keenan or Mike Williams. I like Keenan in the 4th. But I didn't realize Mike Williams went at the 4.11. That's great value, too. All right, A.J. Brown, Henry, Hopkins, Keenan Allen, Connor, Kittle. That's good value. Charbonnet, I like him. Watson, I like that. Hyatt, Downs, Rashawn, Ashane taking some shots. Another very good team there. I like your starters. I like your starting lineup. And then you took shots on guys, rookies with upside. I like it. I don't really see any bad teams. I agree. All the teams look pretty good. I don't see any teams that stand out as bad teams. I think all these teams is some good drafting tonight for sure. Yep, Other John finished a bad day with a good draft. Hopefully that helped make things better for you, Other John. Team 9 solos this whole league. Who was that? Was that Keith? Velasquez? Yeah, I like his team a lot. Team 9, I like that team a lot. Yeah, 12, 11, 10. That's Velasquez, right? Yeah, JT, Barkley, Watson, Ridley, Lamar, Judy, Pacheco. I mean, that's just Gabe, but I mean, the rest of the team, a lot of upside. Solid team. All right, good to hear it, Other John. All right, guys, don't forget, we will be back tomorrow. I will be back tomorrow. Hopefully, Pierre can get on here with me tomorrow. See when he gets back from traveling. Don't forget, flockfantasy.com/endgame if you want to get instant access to these drafts, plus access to bonus content like articles, live streams, videos, our rankings, all that good stuff. Plus, we have a ton more coming down the pipeline, and you'll get 30% off any subscription. And if for some reason you haven't yet, subscribe, hit that bell, like the video if you haven't already. Appreciate you guys. Always fun. We'll do it again tomorrow. Probably do like a half PPR. We'll see. Have a great night, everybody. See you tomorrow. Oh, and I will be back at 9 o'clock tonight to go over free agency today. So anyways, all right, guys. See you tomorrow.